Hey everybody, it's the Boss Lady here, coming to you today with Talk About It Tuesday, y'all. Ooh, had a great weekend. Got to do a little bit of shopping, not much, but anyway, got to go to my favorite store, Dollar Tree. But now let's get into this Talk About It Tuesday. So last week we talked about social bullying, social media bullying, or in other words, cyberbullying. So then, have some other little topics here, and I was trying to figure out, okay, which topic do I want to talk about? You know, right now we're in kind of like Super Bowl mode, which, you know, I could care less. But let me see. I had got a request to talk about Black parenting. And so that first, before I go on, no offense to anyone who is not of the same racial type of, you know, color as me. But this person had brought up they wanted to know more about Black parenting. And so I asked them, I said, can you go more in depth? So what they meant by that was, and actually when they went more in depth, I said, okay, this is not just about Black parenting. This is about parenting overall. So basically, they want to know more about like time spent with kids, not, you know, materialistic type things, but, you know, stuff like games and, you know, or not buying like expensive games or Jordans, but, you know, just spending time with children. Also, making presence known at schools, building relationships with schools and parents of all races, and then showing up to a child's function at school. So I know that's kind of like a whole lot, but we're gonna, you know, we're gonna corral this into one video. So it's not really about Black parenting. It's about parenting overall. You know, all races, you know, creeds, colors, can benefit from this. So let's start with the whole school situation. What I have noticed, and some other parents as well, is that a lot of parents are not showing up to their children's events. It doesn't even have to be an event. It could just be something of the school. And so my subscriber wanted me to talk about that more and how it's important. Now, for me, you guys know I'm a very hands-on mom. I'm there, you know, unless I am sick, I am there. And sometimes even when I am sick, if I can get out the bed, I'm there. It's important to not only the school, but it's important to your child to be hands-on, always available. You know, make sure that, you know, the school has your working cell phone number if you don't have a house phone, you know, or work number, email address, home and work, just so that, you know, if there's an issue, schools can get in contact with you. A lot of schools are having issues. There's a school here in Minnesota that sent out a letter to a specific group of parents, and some parents had an issue with that. But the reason why they sent it is because they're noticing that group of parents, they're not standing up and doing what they need to do as a parent. Schools are not meant to raise your children. Us as parents, we are to raise our children. So it's our duty and it's our right to make sure that we are involved, that we are there with the schools, that we're talking with the teachers, the counselors, the principals. So that way, you know, if a problem arises, we're not going, you know, headstrong into the situation, but we're going well informed. And so that goes to, you know, building relationships with the schools, and also showing up to the kids' functions. Now, there's kids that, you know, they want to play sports, they want to play instruments, they're involved in, you know, math club or science club, art club. You know, they want the support of their parents. It's nice to have the support of the school, but when you have that outside support that's supposed to be your number one connection, it makes it best. And the kids do better. I know when Miss Peanut was at her previous school, I was there so much when I didn't sign up, they was asking me, why didn't you sign up? Because they knew the type of parent I was, and they knew that they entrusted those children with me when I would go on the field trips and different little functions. Now with her new school, it's a little bit more difficult. I'm still readily available, and when I do go into the school, they know me by name, they know me by face. Now, it could be because of the racial makeup of the school, but also they know I am a very informed parent. I'm a very hands-on parent. And if there's any problem, you know, whether it's transportation, whether it's the nurse's office, whether it's the diversity coordinator, they know how to contact me and I know how to contact them. So it's very important as a parent to make sure that you have all your ducks in a row, cross all your T's and dot all your I's. Now, let's get to spending time with our kids. I have noticed, and I mean, it happens, you know, and I can even say for myself, it happened with myself, probably with my first daughter, not so much with the second. But, you know, you get to a point where you just buy. You know, you buy in the latest, the greatest, whatever to appease them. And oftentimes, that's not what the children need. Children can play with a box and use their imagination and create something so, you know, outlandish that is just amazing, that they don't need an Xbox or a PlayStation or what's the newest one, the Nintendo X or whatever it's called, you know, or the newest cell phone, you know, the iPhone X or, you know, Samsung Galaxy S Plus or 8 Plus or whatever, you know what I mean? They don't need all of that. What they need is our time. They need, you know, spending time with them, talking with them, listening to them, because sometimes us as parents, all we do is talk and we need to listen. That's why we were given 2 ears and 1 mouth. So I know a lot on this channel. I talk about my girl time with Miss Peanut. You know, we do our girls trips. We do movie dates. You know, sometimes, times past we would pack up like board games and go out to eat. When we used to have a buffet place called Old Country Buffet, it's on the same lines as Golden Corral. So it's a buffet place. We would go take our board games and sit and play. We would be in there like 2 hours because we would go, we would eat, we would fellowship, and then we would play and have fun. And, you know, other parents and families would see and like, oh, wow, you know, even the, you know, waitresses and stuff, thought it was a cool thing. You don't have to spend a lot of money to spend quality time with your child. So, you know, you have to think outside the box. Even like with dating, you have to think outside the box. You know, so many people put so much emphasis on, you know, spending money. And I know even the group that I'm a part of YouTube, you know, a lot of the stuff that we show is spending money. But some of us, most of us try to show, you know, how you can spend less as possible and still get, you know, the mass majority of what you want. And that's the same with kids. You don't have to spend a whole lot of money to make them happy. But if that's the way your makeup is set up, if that's the way, you know, your household is set up, well, you know, continue on. But in the end, it will backfire on you. And I'm saying that because I know that from experience. I know I've mentioned once or twice before that I raised my daughters same but different. With baby girl, I was a younger mom. I was a teen mom. So by me being a teen mom, I was into the latest, the greatest, and had to have this, that, and whatever. And so whatever I had, my child had. It's different with Miss Peanut. You know, I'm an older mom now. I still make sure that she has what she needs. I make sure she gets some of her wants, but I'm not about the latest, the greatest, whatever, you know. I mean, she's into name brand shoes now, but within reason, you know. There has to be a sale, and, you know, I'm not going out spending $200 on a pair of shoes that you're going to grow out of next month. So, you know, so that's what I mean by same but different. You know, with baby girl, it was a little different, you know. Every time Jordan came out or, you know, there was a certain type of Nike that came out, she had them. For what purpose, you know? So you have to, you know, pick and choose your battles with your children as far as, you know, what you will spend on and what you won't. You know, there's a difference as far as like the schooling. You know, Miss Peanut's in private school and she's in expensive private school. So, you know, if I'm going to spend to give you the best of the best, which is your education, then I'm not going to spend on $200 tennis shoes or $400 gaming systems, things like that. You know, I'm going to, if by chance I'm going to buy you something that is expensive, I'm going to get the best that I can, you know, for little to nothing. So, but you know, there are a lot of organizations and theaters around that have plays and different things that you can do with your children that doesn't cost a lot of money. We have a couple different theaters here. Now and I'm speaking of theaters because in my family, you know, Miss Pina and I, we love the theater. And so, and she is very artistic and she likes, you know, she likes theater, she likes drama. She likes being creative, so she likes going to see plays. And a lot of our theaters, they have, you know, discounted tickets, or if you're a part of a certain like tax bracket or whatever, you can get discounted tickets. Of course, you know, we don't qualify for that anymore, but anyway, but you know, you can get discount tickets, or if you time it just right, you can sign up for, you know, free to none. You know, there's one theater we go to that every month they have one show where you don't pay anything, or you pay as you can. And that's awesome. You know, I mean, there's been times we want to see a play and we paid $5 and that was it. So, you know, and then if you get a part of different organizations, like we are now a part of our Girls Are Powerful group, we get discounted tickets. So we get discount tickets to the theater. We get free tickets to the basketball games. I'm a big basketball fan. So, you know, whenever they have free tickets, we go, you know, and we go to basketball games a lot. So, you know, there are different things. You can do stuff with your park board, your community centers. There's different types of, you know, things you can do with your children, spending time with them and having fun with them, things that really interest them without spending a lot of money. I just found a community center recently where once a month they do a free movie. They do a free movie and then they have concessions that you can buy. So we went to the movies and I think we spent all of $10. And that was because we bought, you know, we bought candy, we bought pizza, we bought something to drink. That was it, you know. So that's the best. You know, we also have discounted movie theaters where sometimes, you know, we can go for $2 a piece. Sometimes I get free tickets to that, or buy one, get one. So there are different things you can do with your children that you don't have to break the bank. You just have to, you know, put your feelers out there, talk to other parents, do a lot of networking. That's what I did. I didn't know how to network with my first daughter, but with my second daughter, guaranteed, I have parents on all different pay scales and I know how to network. So that's how I, you know, get to do the things that I do. And then y'all know I'm an avid traveler, so I love to, you know, find deals when I travel. So that's, you know, I know the person wanted to talk about Black parenting, but like I said, this is more overall parenting because, you know, all parents can benefit from the information that I'm giving today. So I hope that answers the questions. If not, please comment below. I'll be happy to, you know, respond to your comments. I thank you all for watching. I thank you for subscribing. If you're new to the channel, I am Sharon, also known as the Boss Lady. I would love to have you a part of the Boss family, and I will see everybody in a new video. Bye-bye.